That's
All right,
absolutely
I
his number, by
deserve
the
it.
way.
Yeah.
But
little bit of payback from the last bro chat.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rain,
Well,
that is the only time in the history of Bro Chats where Rain has actually edited something we told him to edit. So,
That is true. You always say I'm going to edit it out. I never edit it out, but I did when I thought about it. I was like, I probably should edit his phone number out. So I did bleep it. And I think I bleeped
I
the
really
program
appreciate
so you
that,
could,
by the
like,
way.
patch it together, you know?
that was the one where I think in the seed chats, like, was it Vandal Rain that took a bathroom break and then it was full in the episode. Like, it was either Vandal or Sunny. But anyway,
It might have
I was
been
like,
Sunny.
edit that out. It was like, no, there's just 5 minutes of me staring at the camera while someone took a bathroom break. It's okay. This podcasting thing is hard. But Conan, if you don't, could you kind of walk through, like, as far as your UPT experience, like, you went the unsponsored track. Everyone there is, as far as, like, the guys that are kind of on active duty, are there, they don't necessarily know what their track is. They are competing for a spot. Like, they're going to go,
Right.
at the time they still had the helicopter track, which I think is just like a totally different thing now. If you have more essay on that, but you're going to go through, compete with the dudes and dudettes, go the T1 track, go the T38 track, go the C130 track, go the helicopter track. And they're all kind of working towards that. But, like, you're sitting there, it's just like, I'm going the T38 track, but at the end of this, they're not going to give me an airplane. Like, they're not going to give me a job unless I specifically go out and work for it and get hired. So what was, like, kind of the effort and weight of effort split from you just preparing for individual sorties and going out and finding yourself a unit and a job?
Yeah. So at least, I don't know, I kind of treated it as if I was just like one of the active duty dudes. Like, I treated it like I didn't have a spot, a guaranteed spot.
Yeah.
And I know we asked the question, our interview board was like, you know, you're going to go to UPT with a guaranteed fighter. You know, like, kind of paint a little bit of a target on your back. Like, you didn't earn it. You're not here for, you know, you're not going to compete the same way we're going to compete. I didn't try to, like, go into it like, cool, I know I'm going to go 38s. I don't know where I'm going to go after. It's not even a guaranteed I'm going to get a fighter, even if I go through 38s and do well. So I just kind of treat it as if I was just one of the bros in the class, and just try to, you know, prepare the same way they prepared, help them out as much as I can. Definitely like the cooperate to graduate type mindset. But just knowing I was going 38s, you know, definitely takes a little bit of that pressure off, but you still have to perform. You still have to be, you know, top 50%, still have to earn it. It's not just necessarily I could slack off and be terrible and I'm still going to get that spot. So still got to perform. But I just kind of treat it as if I'm just one of the bros in the class and I had nothing special. There was definitely, you know, a couple guys in the class that had that mindset initially of like, cool, you don't have to do anything. You're going 38s and I'm over here competing. And you just kind of show them like you're there to help out. You're there to prep. You're there to study. You're going to perform and kind of show why you got that spot to begin with.
And then were you calling were you calling units from the flight room or doing any rush things on the weekends or anything like that?
A little bit. I didn't go. So now, and they had it when I went through as well, but they have a liaison. Every like student squadron, the STUS will have a liaison that's reaching out on your behalf. So they're emailing units saying, hey, we've got this guy. He's doing well. These are his scores. This is where he ranks in his class. Are you interested in picking him up? I was told to stop reaching out to units because I had the liaison to do that for me. But I was like, 100% no. Like, no one cares about my future more than myself. So, I was told to cool it on reaching out to places, even though I still did. But I still had the contacts back at Hill, and they were helping me out a lot as well. Either telling me timeline, if it's going to be possible to come back here or not. And then the wing commander at the time at Hill my dad and him were buddies, T-38 IPs together. So he was kind of in the background, also helping me out, knowing I want to get back to Hill. So he was reaching out to like Air T-38s, a couple different fighter units in the reserves to like get my name out there. So that obviously helped a lot. But yeah, other than that, it was the liaison that was pretty much doing most of the coordination, and then me just kind of cold calling units and telling them where I was at. Tough thing about the reserves, and like I was saying earlier, just because I went 38s wasn't a guaranteed fighter, because of the reserves, there's not that many fighter units. A little bit different than the guard, but I would do this like I don't know, if I went to Laughlin, right?
Yeah.
Like the computer lab in there, like where you go take your tests and study. I would go on the internet, and I found Afric SharePoint, and I could somehow had access to it. I don't know, but I saw it everywhere in their manning.